It is a sight you don't see in modern Britain. Children sleeping rough on the streets. Curled up on cold concrete under winter skies, a 4-year-old is cradled by his mother. His siblings, 8, 12, 14 and 16, side by side under a single duvet. This family spent 12 nights like this in December, turned away by the local council, who said they had no obligation to provide them shelter. When charity workers found them in London, they placed the family in emergency accommodation.
I was thinking, the weather is very cold, and my children could die. Anything could happen.
We're protecting their identity, having fled from the Taliban in Afghanistan. They have the legal right to live and stay in the UK, but when they could not find rented accommodation, they went to Bromley Council in South London for help, but were denied it.
I was thinking here, there would be human rights. If they don't care about me, they should care about my children. The way they are treating us is worse than animals. They are children.
They slept in side streets and in parks alongside suitcases containing all that they have, before eventually being found after 12 days on the steps of a different council building in North London.
My children said when we lived in Afghanistan, we were helping beggars. We used to take food to them. How come we are in this situation here?
Bromley Council told us all approaches for housing assistance are checked to ensure a housing duty is owed. In this case, they say, we have not received the information to date to show a housing duty is owed by Bromley. The housing crisis is getting worse, and there'll be plenty of people who say we don't have enough homes to accommodate everyone who needs one. But those children have been allowed to stay legally here by the UK government, and they've been allowed to sleep rough on the streets. Whatever has happened here, it is not their fault, and they have been denied the basic right to shelter.
In the last few weeks and months, we've started to see something we'd never seen before. We have never seen children having to sleep rough in this country. We're seeing councils compete with each other not to help children sleeping rough, which is something I thought we'd never see.
The number of children living in temporary accommodation in England is the highest on record, but homelessness charity Crisis say they're seeing more children being denied even temporary housing.
We're seeing councils flagrantly breaking their own laws, which say at the very least what you do is you help children at risk. We very often are understanding of the pressures that local councils are under. But when it comes to children sleeping rough, I'm afraid there's no sympathy whatsoever. You're breaking the law, it's morally outrageous, it's legally outrageous, it needs to stop.
I love it.
In Birmingham,
Are we going to stick all these drawings on the wall?
Michelle would dream of these moments, free from the horrors of homelessness, with her 3 children, aged 12, 6 and 3. Late last year they were forced to sleep in their car when the council refused them shelter.
And I thought in my own head that I could afford private rent and work, like I've always done, and pay my way, and just thought it's not going to be long. I just didn't think. I was actually on the street in the car, there's no toilet, the kids crying, my boy's having seizures and stuff.
Her 3-year-old has epilepsy and a learning disability. They'd been living in Cornwall, renting, Michelle working, but she wanted to be closer to family and a better children's hospital in her home city. Unable to find anywhere affordable, she turned to the council, who said she'd made herself intentionally homeless and turned her away.
Where were you staying in the car? Where did you park up?
Parked in a car park, because there was the only place where there was gates and we was out of the way. I was just petrified. But what would you think? We're going to survive this, or what's going to happen? I honestly thought I was going to lose my kids to care. I'm ashamed of the situation I put us in.
Well, you did.
And the guilt that I carry, that I've had to put my kids through. My kids have got disabilities and they're not entitled to the help and the support that they need. What else do you do?
The family were eventually found and housed in a hostel by a local charity, who helped convince the council to offer them a home. They moved in 2 weeks ago. Her 12-year-old son hopes it's a permanent one.
Because we stayed in this park and it was quite scary that people kept driving past. We didn't feel safe. Yeah. I definitely thought is this going to just be our life for a while, or is this going to be short time? You just don't know. I was more worried about my mum because she had a lot more on her plate than obviously we did.
So you were more worried about your mum than you were about yourself.
Yeah.
It's a pretty amazing thing, that.
But as long as, well, we wouldn't have been able to get to where we are now without my mum. So she did her part amazingly.
Birmingham City Council have been approached for comment. Both families are now safe from the streets that no child should ever call home. Daniel Hewitt, ITV News.